Alright. Let's do some screen cutting then. Hmm. Are you hearing anything from me, or just... Are you hearing anything from me, or is it just popping up? Like...
Hello, and welcome to Trinity Continuum Adventure. You're watching this on the Onyx Path Publishing channel. I am Crow, your storyteller, the guy who is behind the scenes making sure that the story is going along. Also, the one who is throwing zombies and other troubles at these amazing cast of people. But before we get into that, I want to get into my players first, starting I don't know how it's on the screen because I can't see it because I had to switch everything off. Starting with uh Michael, tell him who you're playing and where we can find you and your
Hello.
pronouns.
I am Michael, he, they, and I'm playing Gray today. And you may find me on, I'm a composer, voice actor, writer, musician, and you can find me streaming on Asterisk VTuber, as well as every other Thursday on Onyx Path running Trinity Continuum Anima, Masks in the Mirror. I'm ready to have a good time.
And also Zach.
Hello, I am Zachary Nalder, he, him. I am here. Tonight I'll be playing Bobby Joey. And you can find me other places in St. Louis rolling on. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry, that's Nelly. I cannot back that statement up. I am at Zach Rules on the Dead Bird site, as well as various other social media channels. If you need to spell it, it's somewhere below my name over here. I should know better because I'm doing tech, but I'm still awkward at this.
And once again, I am Crow. The amazing the Rebel Selkie will be with us at a very dramatic point in the story. And we are just going to kick off from where we last left off. Um, if you were here last week, our players ended up in a situation where they met maybe a space alien, maybe just another inspired who just got mutated. Uh, Whoever they are, whatever they are, um, they've sent you off on a very important mission to go find Robbie Guthrie, a inspired with the ability to not only create zombies but partially able to end the city itself. Who knows? We're still trying to figure that out. They're trying to figure that out. Um, Other things that are going on. We have conspiracies involving the military, the government, and also, bureaucratic bastards who are looking to get a good payout. Also, Lodestar, a very great secretive organization, has disappeared from the memories of our fine citizens, except for the two of our crewmates of the Hope Alliance, otherwise known as the Brain. Well, no, the Brain is somewhere off doing their own thing. No, we're left with the Fist and the Face as they are both trying to figure out what the hell is going on in their fine city. And they find themselves at a mausoleum going down into darkness. And then, amazingly enough, as they keep going down and our camera follows behind them, we see candelabrum light up, weirdly enough, in a place where there shouldn't really be any lighting, but one by one, candles kind of flare as they keep heading down. Um, the sound of insects and other creepy crawlies are heard in the background, not seen. There's the sound of water leaking, um, a loud cough, but you don't think that's anyone actually down here. You think that's just production in the background who's filming this, and we'll fix that in post later, Bob. But the two of you keep going down and down and down. And then it gets to a worrying part where it's just like, okay, at some point we got to land on our feet. Um, Bobby, if you can give me how do you catch yourself as you find your footing collapsing with maybe a rock, maybe a stump at the bottom?
Like tripping on it?
Yeah, like tripping on it. It's a heavy thing that your foot kind of catches on it and it kind of kicks at it.
Yeah. Um, he's gonna might in athletics and kick through whatever it is.
Go ahead, give me that roll.
Okay. What are we looking at for a difficulty?
Difficulty of a 2 with 1 complication.
Well, I got the 2. I did not buy off that complication, though.
Cool. Yeah, you're able to punt this thing. Um, as you kick it, you hear something crash and spin and collapse all over the place. Um,
Was that necessary?
As opposed to me falling?
Might have made a smaller noise.
You've seen me fall. I don't do it gracefully.
um,
I suppose.
as you do that, you start to hear groans, and you see at the bottom of what Bobby kicked, you can see it from the shadows and the lighting from the candles. This was some sort of wooden box full of electronics, something maybe it was a radio or something at one point, but you don't know because Bobby made sure to demolish it. So all the pieces are scattered. There's nothing left for you to actually recover this. But you start to hear groans coming from the walls.
I think whatever happened at the museum is happening here. Same thing.
Um, you hear another thud and thud. It starts out like one set of footsteps shambling. You start to hear 2 more, then 3 more, then 4 more coming from behind you and coming
I'm gonna
from the side.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my gun, but and try to scan the shadows and stuff like that. Is there anything I can roll to see if I could pick something up and see
Um,
something at this time?
let me see. Give me composure with uh let me see. What is a good thing? What do you have? Gray, give me composure and because you're looking with your gun holding. You know what? Give me aim and composure. Difficulty of 4, but 1 complication.
I only have 2 successes.
uh you can't really make out. You can make out maybe like something in the shadows moving. You think you see like a hand kind of pulling itself out from the side of the hallway. So there's 2 openings on the side and 1 long hallway, but you can make out that it kind of breaks off into like a fork at the end of the hallway, but you do see something coming from the other side. You just can't make it out. Um, but as you're aiming, a hand kind of comes down and just smacks your gun out of your hand as you smell this putrid breath of someone who hasn't brushed their teeth in maybe about a decade, and it is kind of putrid. Bobby, you also get a whiff of this, um, but you don't know if this is a zombie or Bud, who you used to work with. It kind of smells like the same thing.
Punching him anyways. Either way. Thought it was a dick.
Uh, Go ahead and give me a uh, might and close combat roll. There's no set difficulty for this.
Meanwhile, is it possible for me to? Well, we'll wait after.
Does my scion of humanity might apply to this to punches or no?
Yes, does apply to this.
Okay. So then I have scale for might rolls. Um, on top of the 4 successes that I
Okay. Yeah, you're able, this thing coming up next to Gray, you're able to punch it in the face. Your fist goes through it, and then it punches out the other thing standing behind it, and those two things collapse. Gray, what were you trying to do?
As soon as I get the pistol kind of knocked out of my hand, I'm just gonna do a small little roll to retrieve the pistol again and try to get to a wall that at least doesn't have anything groaning or growling behind it.
Okay. I'm gonna say you're able to make that roll with two enhancements.
Okay.
It's gonna be difficulty of three.
So would that be athletics?
Yeah, that would be athletics, and I'll
I'll
let you choose the attribute.
I'll do dexterity.
Okay.
Sense. That explode. Did you say there was a complication?
No complication.
Okay, and then you said 2 enhancements, right?
Yes.
So that was 3 successes plus 2 enhancements, so 5.
Awesome. You're able to retrieve your gun and get to the sides with no problems. But you guys are now, as you're seeing them come up, there's at least 12 of them with more coming.
We're a little surrounded. I think we should just get out of here.
Which way are they coming from?
They're coming from behind you and the left side of you. So, the front is empty. You see like there's more holes on the right hand side of you. Nothing's coming there yet, but you don't know if they're going to come from that. So it seems like the front way
Going
with the
forward.
fork.
Okay.
The way
Yeah.
that we came down is filled with these
Completely
creatures,
blocked.
Yep.
and to the left. So we have the option of going to the right,
Hmm. And going forward.
or punching our way through him.
You can also punch your way through them as well.
Well, I like my odds.
It's not. I don't think it's safe enough for the two of us here. Even if we going forward, we'll just have more to deal with. We should leave.
But if we leave, we have to go through them.
We are punching
So
through 'em,
for
right?
clarification, there is still long hallway that's not covering with them, and then two sides that are also empty as well.
Hmm. Uh, my immediately initial thought would just to be mentioning that we should leave.
Okay.
Um, but from then, I'm going to kind of just be at the wall and seeing what Bobby wants to do at this point. And I'll just train my pistol in at anything that's like too close. You know, whichever way you go, I could still follow.
Yep.
I have my ways.
Bobby's gonna punch another one while we're having this conversation.
Okay. Uh, give me another close combat and might roll. This one is you are going for a, what is this? This is going to have a complication with three.
So the complication is 3 or
One complication, difficulty three. My apologies.
oh, okay. Yeah, even with all my stuff, that was just a horrible roll for 9 dice, and I do not have enough successes to buy up the difficulty. But I can buy up. If does the complication still happen if I fail?
Yes.
Then I buy off the complication.
Perfect. So you don't necessarily get that punch in. You can punch through anyone, get through anything, and you try to get through that. But you feel your hand get collapsed by something long and spindly. You try to rip your hand back as you see this zombie-like creature huge, rumply, crunchy fangs come out, try to bite at you, and you're able to pull out your arm in time as you're able to push it back.
All right, change of plans. Maybe we don't punch through them. Let's just go out. Let's just go further in.
All right, I got
As
your
far
back.
away from as possible. I'll just say, no, I have the gun. I'll have your back.
But that's going to be loud, and if there's something down there, it's going to wake up anything down there.
Do I actually? Oh no, actually I didn't. That's unfortunate. Yeah, then I'll go ahead forward. I actually thought I had a silenced pistol, but I didn't. I just have a specialty in it.
I'm going to drag the
go
two that I dropped and kind of stack them
Okay.
so that if these things are hoping to like make a wall of to trip up anything coming after us, maybe.
Yeah, okay. You are able to do that post haste. Where are you two headed? And how fast are
Uh,
you running?
just forward, the hallway, the empty hallway. We're just gonna
Okay.
keep forward, and I would say brisk pace.
Uh, Simple enough to do that. You're making bricks pace. Rolling for them. Yeah, Bobby, you hear them trip over each other and they kind of slash around. Um, they're not the smartest, which thankfully is a good thing for you guys because you're not dealing with runners from like a different genre of zombies. But these guys, shambling masses, trying to climb up on top of each other, but it's just not working out. It'd be funny if it wasn't so scary.
I might instinctively try to kick one in the head because if they get close, when they trip
Uh,
over.
yeah, I'm just gonna say you were able to do that as you guys keep going forward. Um, you do see two lit paths, one going to the left and one going to the right. And there's no like mic map maker, so there's no map up there that tells you, hey, this is going this place, this is going that place. It's just an empty wall with candles on each side.
Clear the left first.
Left.
And we go left.
You head to the left, no problem. You guys keep going down. It's another 5 minutes before you actually hear something.
Are there any doors anywhere on these passageways?
No doors, but you do see different plaques and signs, and you're starting to see where the bodies actually are. Where you see they look almost like shelves, but you can tell these are just crypts where they keep some of the more, I won't say less important folks, but not the ones that like they want to make sure this is what our shrine is to.
So I'm kind of torn here because I'm gonna make a what since he doesn't have occult isn't in this game. I'm gonna do an intelligence and we'll say medicine roll for
Okay.
him or to kind of figure out what's going on. And
Oh,
if he passes, he's not going to do this thing.
difficulty of two.
Nope, that's a failure. Um, so he is going to do this thing. An attempt to keep the things that are following him, them down. He's going to like pull out the ones in the lower level in like various. I imagine they're stacked, so there's like at least two
Yeah.
layers. So he's going to pull them out at random intervals to trip up anything coming behind us.
Um, you're able to do so without any problems because you punch through walls. The strength to pull these stuff out, really not. Although, Gray, you do hear a lot of the paneling kind of break. He is breaking the stone and pulling these things out.
Yeah.
You can see cracks in the walls each
As soon
time
as
he
he's
shifts
continues
something.
doing that, I'll just be like, You're gonna bring this entire thing down. We don't
Oh.
need that many of them.
Okay. We'll stop.
Let's just keep going.
But you're able to do so. Although the camera pans to flash forward with a couple coming through here. Ethel, I really want to do this. I really want you to meet um, my mother, um, Sylvia. And you just see Ethel holding on to John. Oh, John, you didn't have to. And the two of them walking in. Mother, this is, and we see the broken pieces of what used to be his John's mother's mausoleum, part of the coffin. It's broken into pieces. The walls are cracked. The flowers are kind of tossed onto the side. Mother, no. And Ethel just looks down. Oh, thank God, his parents are dead. And we cut back to you two coming down further into the hallway.
I think I'd be scared. I'd be even more scared if I'd like you to meet my mother and he takes you to a mausoleum and his mother's not dead. Anyways, I think if there is any turn around the pathways, I'll try to keep them kind of like a memory of it. But besides that, I think I'm just gonna keep continuing forward and seeing if there is like any change in the path.
There does seem like a change in the path. You start to hear more sounds, and it sounds like people are actually down here. Um, Bobby, you can clock it first before Gray clocks it. You hear someone get punched hard, and then another punch.
I don't know what's going on. That's my kind of action, though.
Yeah, something's going on there. We need to get there fast. Can I could kind of now tell where it's happening, right? A
Yes,
little
you
further
know.
ahead of us.
Further ahead, a little bit towards the right, you can see that like now there's a curve in the pathway, so it doesn't stop at that forward motion. It keeps going, serpentine like.
Okay. Yeah, I will follow that sound, essentially.
Uh, you follow that sound, and as you guys both get through there, um, your eyes kind of have to adjust because there's bright light. Um, but you can hear punching, the sound of like a bunch of women, of feminine folk, kind of screaming, "Yeah, get her, Kathy!" And you hear, "Come on, Stacy!" And you just see one woman get rocked in the face by another woman, and she flies over this makeshift ring of women, and she tumbles beside you, Bobby, and conks her head onto the brick wall. Stacy's out, and you hear a bunch of cheering. That's right, Twilight, Stacy. Uh, you see, it's women boxing is like a fight night happening, um, in this part of the mausoleum.
In here? I'll just kind of like look over at the women.
Uh, you see a makeshift sign as you look over, and it has the is HBL in big bold letters.
Right, I have a question for all of you.
Um, and as soon as you say that, about 30 to 60 women kind of look over and shift all gazes at you, Gray.
For clarification, what face is Gray currently wearing?
The man's the one from the last time.
Blonde hair.
Blonde, yeah, 6'6" in height, masculine, kind of a little bit uh, more athletic looking than the original one, than the other one at least.
Okay.
Uh, they don't say anything at first. It kind of just all kind of clock in at you, almost like they're waiting for you to say something.
Right. There, there is a bit of danger on one side of the mausoleum from where we came from. So I do want to ask whether or not you have another exit that you could find.
Something to look and just kind of point to like where there's another possible exit at.
Okay, well, I suggest you ladies find your way there whenever you're done.
Who the hell are you? You just hear someone just scream that out from all the way in the back of this fight club.
And then, instead of answering, I'll just be like, "All right, carry on." And then I will continue further into how's the room looking like? Is it just the two entrances, the one that the one pointed out, and the one that we came from?
There's two. There's um a hallway going to the left coming out of this fight club, and then there's also that exit going um the opposite way where they were pointing, and then behind you, where you were just coming from. Um,
And then I'll just turn to Joey, and I'll just be like, "Further in or out the other way?"
I mean, I think we should stick around for a minute and. Just gonna trail off there. He's not. He's just gonna be like he's not. He was not going. He's not gonna say he wants to watch these women fight. Um, but he is. That is definitely his intention. He is not at all like being a white knight and trying to protect these women. He just wants to see the next round. Um,
and it looks like they are preparing for the next round. In fact, you two see what looks to be like Molly for some reason. Dressed up in 1940s a men's dress shirt, vest, and slacks. Beige, looks a little bit tattered. She has on Newsies flat cap on. Her hands are taped up. Uh, Weirdly enough, you can see that like she has on these dress shoes that look to be patched up with newspaper and getting into the fighting stance. I got this. You got this, Lolly. No, no, no. You're the mom. You got this, mom. And just bouncing up and down. On the other side, you see a woman in factory overalls, hair pinned up with a red bandana, and covered in bandages as if she's just been through the ringer. Um, there's some red lace-up sneakers, and it's just kind of also um, shifting her shoulders. You see a taller woman kind of massaging her shoulders, a little bit older. All right, you got this, Lillian. You know what to do, right? Viper strike, Viper strike. That's right. Okay, remember how I taught you how to do that, right? Yes, Grandma. Yeah, I remember. I remember how to do this. Um, just shaking up. You guys can get the sense they're both inspired. They're both cut from the same cloth as the two of you.
I'll just knowing Bobby enough, I'll just kind of like bury my hands in my or like bare my face in my hand a little bit, and I'll just go, "We'll stick around until the undead come, I guess, and then we'll clear out. How about that?"
yeah, sure. Oh, look, there's a seat over there by Miss Jenkins, and Bobby's gonna go and sit next to Miss Jenkins, um,
Um,
with some
it,
popcorn.
yeah, and Miss Jenkins is funny enough, just sitting there knitting some sweaters. Very, very intently into watching this one. This one is the one where she's like, yeah. And she kind of looks at you, gives you a wave. Bobby, what are you doing down here?
Hey, Miss Jenkins. Yeah, took a wrong turn. Fought some zombies. It's Anyways, we're here. We figured, come support the action.
Now, I didn't know you were into housewife boxing.
I'm
Favorite
into
league.
I'm into any good fight.
Oh, this ain't any this is not like any of those other rumbles upstairs. Uh these women, they know how to rumble. Watch. You do watch as you see um the woman who looks like Molly kind of charge up, and you see her bandages turn red as she charges up. Um, Lillian, she kind of cracks her neck, does a few stretches, and you watch as her skin turns almost green with scales. Her fingernails sharpen, and those two go to blow. Um, uh, Miss Jenkins is sitting there. Do you want to put any money on anyone? Uh, my bet is on the moth, Lolly.
I mean, I don't know the fighters well enough to put money on it, but I trust you. So he's gonna pull out like a $20 bill to bet on the same whoever Miss Jenkins bets with.
Miss Jenkins kind of takes the $20. Where's that? Where's that young man at? Hey, she just kind of waves up and down with the $20. 20 the moth, double it for me. Um, you watch as a bartender kind of comes over. Um, Bobby Joey, you recognize this individual as Henry Donson, also known as the Horror. The Horror has made a name for themselves himself here. Not because of how he looks. He looks like a model with vitiligo. Very pretty, very handsome. In fact, in a way that would make Gray jealous of like how this individual looks like. That's how creatively put together this person is. Um, Hands you both a drink, your favorite drink, without you two even mentioning what this drink is. Gray, Bobby Joey.
Oh, good to see you. Yeah. Glad
Good.
keeping up with work. Keeping busy. Good for you. Good for you.
Always. My pockets are always in everything. Let me guess. Zombies, random college students, end of the world, right? Or end of the city.
Something like that. Yeah. Some set up pretty well.
Things that need to be kept under wraps, as you always know.
Well, little birdie told me that you guys haven't been doing a very great job of keeping it under wraps. Well,
That wouldn't have been us, actually, but who's keeping track?
kind of me. I saw the hole in the wall. Kind of funny, Joey.
Things happen.
Right. And Gray, we never really met officially, but I did. Did you get my letter?
Which one?
I think I sent a love letter to one of your looks by accident. Didn't know it was you at the time, which is weird for me. Ah,
I think I remember. What was it? A couple months ago?
yeah, poured my heart out, told you all the information happening for your last mission. I would have thought I would at least get, a response or something, but no, I get iced out.
Unfortunately, it's not my position to reply. You know how it is. Secret agents and all.
In Gray's
Adorable.
defense, they haven't been back in that body yet. They can't write a response letter if they're not in that body.
Cute. Anyways, don't worry about the ladies. They can hand themselves against a few shambling dead. Now, if you want some information on anything happening, you already know you got to make a payment for it. And I don't come cheap. I just stretch cheap.
Okay, so, I mean, there's a lot of information out there for sale, I would imagine. But
Mhm.
how much of it is pertinent to what we need? That's going to depend on how much you know about what we need to know.
I know
You know?
everything you need to know, so you could probably ask, and I tell you the price, and then you pay the price, and then I give you the information. You know how this works, Bobby.
Okay. You're the smart one, Gray. You ask the questions.
I charm people, not ask questions correctly, I'll be honest. But, let's start with one thing. How much information do you know about what we're dealing with specifically.
Everything, actually, weirdly enough.
Okay.
Even the things.
Where's the mayor's kit? How's that one? We'll start there.
I mean, here, you came here. What do you mean where the mayor's kid is?
Huh?
It's in the mausoleum.
So further in,
See? Smart one. And also pretty.
it takes one to know one. Regardless. You know that your business will be in jeopardy. At least here. If all of this goes down. So I do have one piece of information that I rather would like. Would you know there is an individual without a face? Would you know who they're working with?
Oh, I know exactly who they're working with.
Then name your price.
Hmm. Trying to think of what you might have that I want. There is one thing that I've had a little bit of a problem. And maybe you can help me with it.
Hmm.
So, not necessarily kitten club, but um, well, you know how Bobby gets when he gets a little testy, he kind of punches holes in walls and smashes heads and skulls in and everything else.
That's common.
Well, the Costellos have a big event that I would love to have a date for, not natural, romantic, platonic business. I need to get in, but you need a plus one to get in.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, while Bobby is handsome, handsy with the walls, and could probably break a man in two, he's not the type of person I need for this. Kind of need someone more delicate.
You want a job. You want a escort.
Bingo.
Name the place and time, I suppose.
Um, s- Weird enough, snaps his fingers, and a card kind of forms. Um, Holds it out to you. It's at the Ashley Lounge. You know which one. Top floor, penthouse almost. Only the best of the best can get in. Don't worry, I have access. It's the plus one part. That's the problem.
Well, any requests? I kind of like motion, like very vaguely around.
Oh, dealer's choice.
Okay.
Done deal. Love to hear it. And he flips the card over, and you watch as like your signature and your seal burns on one of the cards. Um, Bobby, you've heard rumors that this person isn't an inspired, and they don't give off any telluric energy. Some people have referred to them as not human, not of God or of anything. Someone has even referred to him as a Loa. Someone has even referred to him as a spirit, a ghost, a boogeyman, which is weird, especially in your case. Although there's weird things, the fact that this person doesn't really have powers but have powers, it's kind of unnerving. Part of the horror part.
You need Jesus.
That's cute.
Well, then, do you want this? Do I get the information after the job?
Oh, don't worry, it'll be on your desk.
Appreciate it.
Don't worry, the job portion will be on your desk. Now, I'm going to tell you who it is, anyways. No Face. You've probably heard it. Works with a few Nazis, but specifically of the white shirt brand. You know, the ones who work locally, right? But that's only the henchmen. They also got their hands in half of the crime syndicates around here. They love getting their hands on bankers, on your politicians, but their most favorite thing is getting involved with influenced, inspired influence.
Hmm.
You know, the ones who hang out in your neck of the woods.
That's troublesome.
It is. Since you guys are adorable, I'm gonna give you the other part of this. They have a tendency of making folks disappear.
Hmm. Any ideas?
Yeah,
Any people come to mind?
can you narrow that down? That's a lot of people for me to punch.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I keep forgetting the third one isn't here with you. What I'm trying to say is you should be watching your back when you go back to your office.
Oh no, 100%. I assumed it was probably Hargrove, but
He's something, but he's not that smart. Not that smart to come up with this.
I assumed it was just money for him, so I didn't want to ask about him.
No, that bastard is, well, you should watch your back of him as well, but for a different reason. Luckily enough, he hates Nazis, so you don't have to worry about punching him. Well, not punching him for that reason.
Is Rachel Jennifer Julia one of those white shirts? Is she working with them?
No.
Okay.
Although Rachel, Jennifer, Julia, Tiana, Michael, David, Veronica, Ashley. Or wait, he looks over. Hey, um, you hear people kind of look around. What's the Viper going by these days? Lillian. Going by Lillian tonight.
Mm.
He points to the fighter that you now see as the Viper. Now that you squint, you can see that's definitely Julia by the way she fights.
Thought
Did
I
I
saw
bet
those
on
moves before.
Lillian? Did I bet? I
Repeat
bet on
that?
the other one, didn't I?
You did bet on another one. Although that one, don't worry, watch this. You watch as the moth um put their foot down and you see 12 after images pop up and they just start slamming their fist onto this poor woman and then they uppercut this woman through a brick wall and then kind of slam their foot down, make a draws a circle around that bursts into blue flames and throws another punch that sends a blue fireball upward. And you see the Lillian kind of come down and smack the wall and the floor hard.
Ooh, yeah.
That's why I say I'm not worried about the shambling dead with these ladies around.
That is true, but I expect Lillian to have a calmer hobby, given her day job.
You serious?
Well, I guess you can't ever escape it.
Baby, her day job is the calm job.
Right. I kind of
No.
like sit up a little bit more. It's been A pleasure. We have a little bit more of a time-sensitive thing about locating the mayor's son,
Mm-hmm.
but I will do the job for you.
Okay. Well, because you guys did put money on the winner, I'll give you a freebie. Takes out a map. All right, you see this? You know how to read a map, right?
I do.
Okay. Hands you the map. All right. You see this little section right here? And that's where diplomats and their families go to be buried. That's where he was headed. I suggest you move fast, as No Face is probably going to be closing in on that area.
I'll just point to a kind of like a little other room that seems a little bigger, and just, I suppose this is where we are.
Yep. Um, Hold on for a second. Um, he just starts snapping his fingers. Lolly. Lolly's kind of, you can see the timid coming back to her, as she's looking around. Yeah. Go open the vault for these two to go cut through. No, don't worry about it. Giving you permission to go open the vault for them to cut on through. Don't worry about it. Oh, okay. And just shifting left and right. Just go for it. Go ahead of them and do it. I'll send them on by. You're fine. Okay. And she just bolts it.
Well, I appreciate you, and I appreciate finally meeting you in the flesh.
Good
And I
seeing
will see
you
you soon.
as well. Have a great one,
Let's
Gray.
let's go. And
Enjoy
I'll
the
just
fights.
run after.
Will do. And Bobby, hopefully I don't have to see you in one of these vaults, one of these boxes.
What are you talking about? This is all housewives fighting. I wouldn't be in one of these fights. I'm not. And then Bobby heads off Gray, down the hall in the vault, pulling out a flashlight that he has had the whole time and just hasn't thought to use.
Wait, I never had a flashlight. Wait, hold on. Did I have a flash? Okay, I didn't have a flashlight. Thank God. If we both had flashlights and we just went through this entire time without turning it on.
Uh, with that, we just see like a small clip of like our old lady just finishing up knitting. Didn't one of them have a flashlight? Yeah, that's why I was saying. Hopefully, I don't see him in the box because. Right. Is that why you sent Lolly over? That's why I sent Lolly over. Also, Jennifer, Jen, Louisa, Megan, Lillian. I don't know what your name is. Go, get up. You got a job to do. Another one. Yeah. It's involved the Hope Alliance. You know, those two again. Yes, those two again. Don't deal with the zombie problem behind us coming through there. I kind of want to see them alive. I got investment. You're the boss. That's right, I'm the boss. Also, so that pastor said I need Jesus. I went to church. Or our own church. I can't remember. And we cut back to you two going down the hall with the flashlight. Um, Ahead of you is Lolly, who now you can see a blue flame kind of motioning down the hall like a will o' the wisp. You don't necessarily see her. She stops for a moment. You hear a loud cranking noise as the vault kind of moves over. Um, and it cuts to another hallway where you see more bodies, more um, plaques, and more coffins hanging around on the walls. It's a lot more lit. This seems to be actually powered by electricity rather than just flame. Okay, just keep heading that way, and you should be all set.
I was just, thanks, Molly.
Oh
Great
no,
job.
no, Lolly.
Oh, right, Molly. Great job.
Molly's my sister. She's a smart one. It just looks so crestfallen after saying that.
Well, you're the strong one, after seeing that fight.
Really? Okay, because like mom used to say that Molly was like the brains and the strength behind the family, and I was kind of like the surprise one.
I mean, brawn exists. Like, yeah, he's the brawn.
And never underestimate the element of surprise.
I'm going to be the brawn. The brawny moth. I want to be brawny moth. And just cuts out of there after saying that.
You know, technically, Will-O-Wisp is probably a better name for something. For her powers like that. But, well,
I don't know.
she's gone, right?
I like the name Lolly.
Brawny Moth?
No,
Yes.
just Lolly. Yeah, Lolly's good. Lolly works.
Oh, true. But don't you guys like having nicknames and stuff?
Yeah,
I'll just
Lolly.
kick
So
you
she could
to
be
the floor.
Lolly. You know, like you pop someone in the face. She's Lollipop.
Do you think she'll come up with that?
I'll write her a letter, suggesting it. Anyways, we gotta find this kid, because
Yeah.
apparently he's important. If they take the thing away without the kid, then things go boom.
Oh no, I'm moving. Like I'm just
Yeah.
like kind of like with the map, just following the map towards the area.
Um, and you're able to with no problem. You keep going down. You make a few serpentine like motions around different paths. At one point, the hallway kind of tightens up just slightly, not too much that you're like enclosed, but it is starting to become like a tight squeeze to get through certain places. But you're able to get through one path and straight into what seems to be like the entrance to like the main mausoleum.
Is he there? Are we in the same room that as he is now?
You can hear someone in the other room, someone talking to two others, but you don't see him necessarily. But you do
Can we
hear someone.
can we recognize the voices at all?
Uh, give me. Let me see. Give me. Weirdly enough, larceny and cunning. Gray.
Okay. Okay.
Difficulty of 3. No. Nothing. Let me see. Is there going to be a complication? No complications. Um,
That's five successes.
yeah, you recognize the voices, or you recognize the kid's voice. Bobby Joey, if you can give me a larceny and intellect difficulty of 2.
Nope, that is not a success.
No. You thought you heard someone familiar, but you can't put your finger on it. But you do hear the kid.
Uh, I'll just kind of like nod to Bobby with kind of like a finger on over my lips and just and whisper, just we found him.
Okay.
I look at the map. Is there any other exit from this room, or are we going from the only place that they could leave from?
It's the only place they can leave from. It's enclosed.
Okay. Let me double check something real quick. Uh, 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 uh.
Oh.
Sorry. I want to double check something on my
That's fine. As you're double checking, you do hear someone go, "Kid, it's been an hour. Did you finally?" Yeah, no, don't worry about it. I can handle. I got this.
I'm I am going to do. I'm gonna do a hand signal, to Bobby, kind of like signaling, like just a normal kind of strategic thing that we do all the time, where kind of he stays at the entrance, and if there is anything abnormal, or if I say anything, then he can come in, and with that I will use an inspiration to activate Veil of the Unseen to completely vanish in front of him and start walking towards the room.
Yeah. Bobby in front of you, Gray just disappears after giving you a signal. Um, you still hear the voices. You don't hear Gray leave, but you do hear jazz music playing now throughout the um, the entrance from behind you is what you hear.
And then I would like to just walk into the room, be to the side of the room, but so that I'm like not in a very well lit area, even though I'm completely invisible. Inspired characters. If I do any actions against inspired characters, I still have to spend an inspiration for it. But uninspired characters automatically fail to notice the character. So I'm just kind of gonna chill on the side of the room and see what is actually happening inside the room.
Okay, not a problem. You're able to do so. And it's not a problem for you to be hidden because the three individuals here aren't paying attention to you at all. Um, you do see the kid, still dressed up of what he had earlier, when he was being shipped off with the Hope Alliance and the Eon Society kind of ushering him out. However, um, what you do see kind of throws you off a bit because you see two individuals who look like repairmen. They're dressed in blue and orange coveralls, respectively, matching baseball caps. Um, one, when he turns his head, you can see one has the letter D on top of the hat, and the other one has the letter H on the top of his hat. All right, how long we gotta wait? You see now this person takes out what looks to be like a big wrench, holding up his hands over top of it, and the other guy kind of is mousy, kind of looking around, a little bit scared, uh, not wanting to be here. That's not even something you have to roll for. You can just tell by the anxiousness of him kind of pacing back and forth, while the kid is just going, "Oh, I did it before. I did it with mom, so it should be fine. It should be fine." Okay. Um, and you watch as he puts his hands down on an open casket, um, just fingers extended out. You see some sort of energy that you recognize as caloric kind of flow from him onto the body, presses it down. You see something jerk up from the coffin and then falls back down. Ah, flab it. Oh my. Okay.
Are there any torches or anything, or any light in the room?
Oh, there's a lot of light. So there's a few lamps kind of hooked onto the side. Weirdly enough, they look bolted down with some hinges on the sides. Uh, there's also lighting on the bottom of the floors that look weird because it looks like the stone is actually lit up itself. And you do see a light that keeps coming from that coffin every so often.
So, so the lanterns themselves, I can't unhook them. They're just bolted there.
They're bolted there.
Okay. Um, can I just, because it also it says that, am I able to grab some sort of rock uh and smash one of the lanterns?
Oh yeah, there's a few broken rocks. Give me aim and I'll say dexterity. Uh,
Okay.
one complication, but difficulty of three.
Do I get an enhancement for being a wallflower in this case? My
I
larceny trick is specifically to do things while people aren't noticing me.
I'm gonna say yeah. This fits for the scene.
Perfect. That was absolutely gobsmackingly awful. Wait, hold on. Now that is with the enhancement, 3 successes.
Okay.
So I cannot buy off the complication.
Okay. You're able to shut off this light, um, break it, but as you do, it alerts the three in the room. One of them kind of panic and they back up and they slam something down. You see the wrench slam down on uh, the casket with the young man, and he lets out a scream and backs up. Um, Bobby Joey, you hear that scream, someone screaming from inside the room.
I mean, that is as close of a signal as possible.
Yeah, that's usually the sign.
Yep.
Screaming, I come in swinging.
Operation Spooky is a go.
Who's? So when I come in, can I tell the mousy guy was the one running his mouth?
You can. He screamed, the young man screamed. The individual, he kind of lifts up his wrench. He's like, oh, it's fine. He's dead. All right. He's dead. He's not gonna feel that. And it looks to you. The other guy's like, there's a ghostie here. No, there's an ugly bastard. Looking over at Bobby Joey.
I know who my father is. He
Uh,
punches him.
and as you go for the punch,
Yep.
okay. You're rolling against a 4.
I have the sucker punch skill trick,
Okay.
which means that my close combat skill takes away from their dodge pool.
Okay. Um, Let me see.
And my close combat is a 4.
All right. So go ahead and make that roll.
Damn whammy. That is 3 successes.
Yeah, you're able.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep. No, that's 3 successes.
3 successes. You're able to put your fist into his face. He backs up, kind of stumbles. He's about to kind of collapse into the coffin until he steadies himself up with the large wrench. Fucking language. Kind of peeks out the blood coming down his nose. You get a better look at him. You know the person you hit was Dario, and you see his brother Luigi. You know they are the Dario brothers, criminals, great repairmen, but also very good criminal scammers. Usually stay underground. They're always looking for the next scorer, and it kind of fits that they're with this kid. You see Luigi kind of scuttle back in after dealing with what sounded like a ghost, and he's
Uh,
about to back into where Gray is.
as is the I'm going to position myself against or near the mousy guy and he'll feel essentially a barrel of a gun on the back of his head, and I go, ooh, we're leaving with the kid, and you're going to let us do it. And I would like to make a persuasion check with using momentum and a skill trick gun tool, since I am
Okay.
using my gun, to add my aim to that roll to kind of persuade him into calming the situation down a little bit.
Okay. One complication, but 2 difficulty.
Okay. also have much more dice than I expected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open this
And
one up too.
Bobby, you are hearing that jazz music get louder and louder.
Shit. There's a lot. There's like 8. It's
Oh
this
yeah.
is before I even roll the 10, so I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Oh, definitely. He does not complain. And in fact, he's like, hey, you know what? I don't like this job anyways. You guys, I don't want to be shot by a ghost. You guys are weird. He's ugly, pointing to over to Bobby. I just don't want to get hit. All right. And that kid, weird. All right. He talks to dead bodies. I don't want to deal with that. That's just not me. He, I'm out. I'm out. Dario, if you want to do like this job, it sucks. I want to go home. Fuck. See, this is why mom puts you. He doesn't finish it. What, Dario? This is why mom always gives you second player.
Man,
And
that's messed up.
and the music kind of just stops like a record scratch. And we can just watch as like everyone is just watching. We just see a glimpse of like the women at the boxing league kind of just stop and look. The zombies stop and look. The couple earlier that was looking at John's dead mother kind of stop and look, and it just goes dead silent. And then the scene just cuts back in. Luigi, I'm sorry, that was a little much. And we watch as Luigi just kind of runs out of here crying, just sobbing.
I could notice the jazz music being louder and louder and closer, right?
Yeah, you're starting to hear that as well now.
Is it possible for me to look at the map and see if there's any walls that are a little bit thinner on the side that we
Um,
could potentially punch through and make a different
you're not
getaway?
seeing anything that's thinner at first. You do see something that looks like more catacombs that you might be able to have body punch through. You don't know where it leads, but it could be an exit.
Does the catacombs lead into any of the other places on the map?
It leads somewhere outside of the map's bounds. You think this is part of the places where they didn't explore, or either that or they just walled it off and didn't want to go there.
Okay. I'll just point at that wall, and I'll just be like, something tells me we don't want to see why there's jazz music going through. Would you do the honors?
Okay, do you know anything about the jazz music? As he's picking, I'm assuming that since Luigi ran out in a huff, that he may have dropped a wrench.
Um, yeah, he's dropped his wrench. Dario was kind of looking between the two of you. I don't fucking know about language. I know language. I gotta worry about language. He's not here, and this kid is. I'm out. I don't know about jazz music. I don't know about any of this. But Bobby, mark your days, you
We punch
bulldozer.
him.
You just punch him.
Yeah, I'm just punching him. He's talking shit. Uh,
Uh, you don't even have to roll for it. He just gets hit in the face.
if my days are numbered, I mean, I at least need to do something worth it.
And he takes off. And the kid, not paying attention to either one of you, is now going back to the coffin, is trying to um, do whatever it is that he is doing on his knees, just trying to reach out to something.
We're leaving.
Hey, kid, what's going on here? What are we doing here?
I can't leave without him, okay? All
Without
right?
who?
Can't leave my brother, all right? If I bring my brother here, mom's gonna be fine. She's gonna be happy. She's gonna talk to us.
Bring your. Where's your brother?
He's right here. He's asleep.
Well, we can.
Inside the casket. This one.
Yeah, it's fine. I got it.
I'll look inside. Does it look like his brother's been gone for a while, or
He looks actually give me, do you have medicine?
I do not have medicine?
Okay. I'm trying to see, maybe let me get a enigmas and intellect difficulty of 2.
Sure, I'll do that. That is only one success.
Um, you can't really tell. He does look pretty dead, like he's been dead for a while, but you don't really tell how long that could be.
Could we do this
So
potentially
kids, why?
elsewhere?
So kid, why do we gotta bring your brother to your mom? Again.
I- It just it's been weird ever since he's been gone. Okay, like I know everyone has questions. I don't have all the answers. I really don't care. Sorry if that seems rude, but this is more important.
Bobby punched the wall. We'll bring the brother too.
I was gonna use the wrench to knock out the wall,
Smart.
and
Uh,
then is it a wooden casket?
this is not wooden. It's finely made craftsmanship. It's not wood.
Is there some sort of a
So
cloth or something
so
that
it's
like kind of
heavy.
wraps around?
It's heavy. There is a cloth and a bedding inside of it.
Bob's gonna take the top off, kind of wrap him up because he's sleeping, and to pick the bedding out of the and carry it.
What 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 are you?
He's sleeping. We don't want to wake him up. You said he was sleeping.
Right, right. Okay. I'll go with you then.
Yeah, let's go. Come on.
Let's go. And we'll go through the hole.
You go through the hole. And as you go through the hole, you hear the music get a little bit louder, but you hear footsteps come through here. And then it's multiple footsteps, and then you hear someone go, "Yeah, we saw that idiot Dario and his brother come through here." Oh, hmm. And you said the kid was with them, right? Yeah, yeah. Saw that Luigi guy kind of come out here crying. Hmm. They look over. Huh, 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 huh. Go grab the crying one of his brother. I want to ask him a question. You guys hear this voice as you're moving through the catacombs and getting further away. Um, you see that person walk just briefly past the entrance that you made, Bobby. But they haven't clocked you as of yet. It's almost as if there's a veil between the two of you, and they just haven't noticed.
Anybody I recognize?
Um, you see the back of the head. You think you know No Face from the back of their head.
This better be important, kid, because I could be punching No Face.
He kind of looks back and then kind of looks forward and just keeps going. We'll be fine. We'll just keep going through this way.
All right, lead the way,
Let's just
kid.
keep moving.
As you keep moving, he presses his hand up against the brother. You see Taloric energy flash through his fingers, but it doesn't connect to him. And instead, you hear those groans again, now shifting through the walls and slowly kind of crawling out of them.
kid.
This is part of it, right?
Those things aren't going to come after us, right?
No, they're fine. It's just they're mostly friendly.
Not from what I remember, but let's just keep going.
I mean, they really usually aren't that much of a problem as we see one kind of slam their body through a bunch of wall made of skeleton bones. A few more kind of reach out and drag their bodies across and stumble around behind you all as you're keeping pace.
Uh-huh. As you said,
They haven't attacked us yet.
because they're not here yet. Let's just keep moving.
Um, Let me see, Gray. Do you have anything, or Bobby? Do you have anything in the survival or anything for like finding your direction?
I do not.
Maybe. Let me think. N- so, in a kind of sort of way, um, it's not so much that it's more of getting the fuck away.
Okay.
Um, Basically, we can slip out without leaving a trail. So people who like might have witnessed it, might have seen what happened, but they don't like. There's no trail to follow for people coming behind, looking for us directly. That's the closest I got.
Okay.
There's
Uh,
a in-universe reason why Gray has nothing. I walk through walls, so why would I need to navigate if I could just walk through everything, right?
okay. Um, you know what, Gray? Give me a straight cunning roll.
Okay,
Difficulty of 3.
sounds good. Straight cunning roll.
No complications.
Well, great because there are no successes.
Yeah, nothing coming to you, and you guys are just running. As more of these things are shambling through and filling the space up now. But you are making your way through here, making pace.
The only thing I can think of is at this point while we're making pace is picking up my pocket watch and trying to see if the other person is able to respond at all. It's just kind of like, I know you're on another job, but this is a little bit of a problem, and would love if there's anything you could do. And I'm just like trying to see if there's any sort of sound coming from it as we're just continue running.
You don't hear another sound. It's just more static. And you think, usually this person would come to your rescue, but apparently they're just that busy. Um, Bobby Joey, though, let me see. If you can give me integrity and presence, difficulty of 2, 1 complication. Actually, integrity and presence, yeah, difficulty 2 with 1 complication.
Okay. Is this his presence? Is there something menacing us in any way?
Yes.
Okay, then I will also spend a presence to an inspiration to activate Predator's visage, so that
Okay.
they have any social influence against me, like an intimidation roll, has a complication equal to my destructive facet of 3. I got 1 success on that roll.
Okay.
We're just
Uh,
racking up the momentum side, apparently.
we are. So and you by now you guys should be at 8 momentum. Well, last checked.
I mean, I used one.
You used one, yeah, but it like you gained it back with that one, so you
Yeah.
should be at 8. Um, Unfortunately, you can't menace your way through here, and as you're like, yeah, I'm Bobby Joey. I do need for you to give me a dexterity and athletics difficulty of 4.
Um, Guessing my in and out athletic specialty is not going to come into play here.
No, unfortunately, not in this moment.
Hold on. Let me-
Okay.
One of these 10's got to pay off. Can I spend momentum to have one of the?
Yeah. Are you okay with that, Michael?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No,
Okay.
100%.
Yeah. I'm gonna spend momentum so that that's 4 successes instead of 3. Um, you said I had to get 4, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
You are going through here running with this this sleeping person. Um and you would try to be menacing, that didn't work. It just riled them up more. Um you're able to duck out of the way as one comes down for another bite, and they stumble around. The kid is just like, wait, I can okay. Um Maybe I can put them to sleep.
Go for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Why
he
not?
just goes, I got this. Launches this big orb of energy, and you think this kid might have it. You watch as 40 to 50 more bodies from each side crumb through here. And it's now an army of the dead shuffling out behind all of you as you're running out with this individual. Bobby, you now hear and feel something stir in the blanket.
All right. From this point on, you are not to do anything else but run alongside us.
No, don't worry. Okay, I can fix it. I can fix it like
You
last time.
cannot. You will not do a damn thing. You will follow us.
Oh,
The fix didn't go
okay.
so well last time, kid. So we're gonna try something different. How high are the catacombs?
Um, Pretty high. For this place, it's a little bit of a tighter fit, but the ceilings are a little bit higher.
Like we're talking like 8 feet, 10 feet, like.
Uh, about 10 feet.
Okay. I imagine Bobby can jump a little bit. He's got some athletics and some strength. So if this is a basketball hoop, he probably duck. So he's gonna um, try to punch a hole in the ceiling so they can climb out.
Okay. I'm going to say you should be able to do that. Go ahead and give me close combat, and might is definitely going to be a difficulty of 4 with 1 complication because you're running. You got this individual uh, that's now stirring in this blanket, and you're trying to reach up and
Uh,
punch a hole.
Man's doing it. Sure, you can.
Yeah.
Crap.
I mean, heavy hitter count specialty applies on this.
I'm going to say yes because
All
of
right.
this moment. You're going to need it.
And remember, we signed on humanity. I guess 1 scale. So, okay. Again, it is going to come down to how these tens re-roll.
Hmm.
You said it was a 4 difficulty, right?
Yes.
Okay. They rolled a little bit better, so yeah, that's a 4.
4. Do you want
The
to use one of them to spend the complication?
the enhance or the enhancement from the specialty should take care of the complication.
Okay, so you're able to do that. Yeah, you're able to launch yourself upward, still holding on to this individual and getting up 10 feet, punching a hole into this wall. Gray, you watch this as this happens. Um, and in fact, Bobby, you're even able to grab onto something up top and hold yourself up.
I'm gonna shove the brother through the hole, and then reach down and come on, kid, let's go. Grab the
Uh,
hand.
you're able to grab the kid, and he is able to spider climb up on top of you and get through here. Weirdly enough, he's spindly enough to get up. All that's left is Gray.
Come on, Gray.
Yep, I'm going as well.
You go up as well, and I need for you, Gray, to give me Dex and Athletics difficulty of 3 with one complication.
Sounds good. Um, since there's so many momentum that we have, I would like to use one of my skill tricks
Yes.
for always have an exit. Because if I am making an athletics roll to avoid someone, or in this case, a mass of zombies chasing me, so I will use the skill trick to add dice equal to my larceny as well to this roll.
Perfect.
2, 3, 4, 5, and then. Love exploding 10s that go into another 10. That is 7 successes.
Yeah, perfect. You're able to avoid these things grabbing at you. You kick out a few of them, and you even use the momentum to kick off of someone's head. You think you just kicked off of someone's grandfather, as he just kind of slow motions kind of reach out for you, mouth agape, and with the saddest expression, and just falls down and gets trampled on like a scene from The Lion King.
But World War Z.
Where was it? Yeah.
Sounds good.
Um, but you're able to get up top, and you now that you look, you think from this path now, weird intersection, you can get back to your base.
Yeah, we could get back from here. We should be fine.
All right. They were clear behind us.
um you
Are
don't
they
see.
are they making a pyramid? Speaking of World War Z.
Yeah, they're not smart enough to do all that. It's more like they're good at chasing, shuffling, trampling over each other, not so much climbing upward to get to someone.
I think we're good.
We're still in the mausoleum underground. Where are we?
You think you might be in an intersection between the mausoleum and the sewers. Like this place is leading to the sewers, specifically the maintenance area.
Yeah, if we get through into the sewers through the maintenance area, then we'll be able to at least we can get into the network.
Is there a grate nearby or something heavy that I could put over top the hole?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
there's a few things. Sheet
I,
metals.
I will cover the hole.
Okay.
All right, that's top. All right.
Um, as you're doing that, you see the scene. Um, uh, the bedding coming off, and you see this person. Um, Glossy white eyes, the visage of death. Um, Nothing living, still shambling, almost like the other group downstairs, but more docile. As Robbie is hugging this person. See, I told you, I got him. Ray, you're gonna be fine. We just gotta, I just gotta finish fixing you. That's all.
get a move on though?
Yeah, yeah. You see Robbie grab Ray's hand, and um, weirdly enough, Ray isn't really doing the motions like the other zombies downstairs. He just goes, lead away.
Okay.
Uh, I will, yeah, lead the way and make sure Ray doesn't get wet.
Um, you're able to do so with no problems. Now that you cut through the maintenance area, you can find your way back with no problems, no rolls needed. Bobby, give me an Enigmas roll. Enigmas and um, let's see, Enigmas and if you have it, hold on. Let me see
I
what
do
you
not
have.
have enigmas.
No, integrity and composure. Difficulty of 2.
2.
2. There's something off about this damn zombie that is now being walked beside the three of you as if nothing is a problem. Um, you you've seen people go through war, and you've seen people go through gangland and stuff like that. You've seen bullet holes. Um, you see where this person clearly has been shot, walking fine. Even with Robbie holding Ray's hand perfectly upright as if he was never hit. And in fact, is making the motions of what a human should walk. It's not shambling anymore. Um, ever so often, you see a head kind of look over to you. Doesn't blink, but his eyes kind of meet yours and then moves back over and keeps walking forward.
That's not at all creepy.
I'm in front, so I have no idea that this is happening.
And it happens a few times.
No, this is not Zach. The player saying it. This is Bobby Joey. Whenever he makes eye contact with Ray, being like, "That is not at all creepy," and saying that out loud, and just being like,
What? What are you saying? I was just turned. What happened?
You just see Ray just looking forward.
Right, we'll deal with it. But Ray, you're not gonna harm your brother, or we're here protecting your brother. So, do you have any reason to harm any of us here?
It's just this long silence. You just hear the sounds of rats kind of squeaking, and then a drop of water, and just nothing coming from Ray.
Well, I'll take the silence as a tentative yes for now.
Yeah,
I think.
Ray. I mean, he was before he went to sleep. He was always kind of the quiet type.
Right.
Ray was a. I mean, Ray's been shot up. Does Bobby Joey recognize Ray?
No, didn't hang out in your area.
Does he
Looking at
have?
him, you see a military uniform though.
Okay.
Actually, do give me a roll.
So still a killer, just for.
Yeah, but give me a larceny intellect difficulty of 2.
That's 4 successes.
Nice.
You have seen this kid before in a few clubs. Um, he hangs out the same way other those who go on not who's on leave when they go off base. They hang around, they party up, just don't get caught. You've seen him at the Kitten Lounge. You've seen him at where your former boss used to run his clubs. Fairly decent kid. And you're right. You're right. Ray was always quiet, but there was always something off-putting about Ray. Now that you think about it, now that you recognize him, you just never had a name for him.
We good with the formation and everything, Bobby? If you want to stay in the back.
Let's get this over with. Yeah.
Let's get this over with.
You guys continue walking, and then you get a communication from your pocket watch, Gray.
Hello?
Signal 1.
Do I know that? Do I know
You
whose voice is it?
don't. You don't know the voice. It's a masculine voice, but you hear someone flipping pages. Is it signal 1 or signal 2? I don't know. I don't know how the commands work on those things. I don't even know how they work. Signal
Right,
1?
Why don't you start with your name and tell me who this is?
Oh,
How did
okay.
you get into this?
Hi. Okay, I'm Alex. This is my first day with the Hope Alliance.
Uh-huh.
I was told to communicate with the individual on this line, if you can call this a line.
Okay.
Okay. So there is a bit of a, and you hear something crash on the other end, and someone just goes, "Hurry up with the message!" And like people are slamming themselves up against something. Okay. Hi, I'm Alex with the Hope Alliance. I'm a inspired. I just found out yesterday. I've been hired. Um, there's zombies and cats, a lot of cats. But they're not cats. And I'm a little scared and I don't know how to use my powers. So what do you mean you don't know how to use your powers? I don't know. This is my first day, okay? All right. Mom said I had to get a job, so I got a job, and then I get
Right,
hired
Alex,
here,
Alex.
and
Okay, alright, calm down, calm down. What did you need from me, though?
oh, okay. We got any help because Hargrove kind of took off.
Okay. We're a little bit busy. So,
Also, they ate the
Alex,
secretary.
they did what?
They ate the secretary. And oh, the secretary, the lab tech, um, the clergyman, and also Kyle's mother. And you hear someone crying in the background.
Oh, right. What were your powers? What did they say you could do?
Um, uh, I can control dust bunnies.
Okay. Try to keep the office on lockdown as much as possible.
Okay, we'll do. And you can just hear him whispering to someone, "How do I keep the place locked down?"
There are locks on the doors. Barricade them if you have to.
Okay, that's fine. We got
Shelves,
it.
cabinets, whatnot.
Yeah, that's fine. And you hear like glass break. Okay, I think I can met, and it cuts out.
I'll just turn to Robbie and I'm just, Robbie, do you know how to turn off your powers in that sense? Revert the zombies.
In theory, yeah.
Okay, what's the theory?
Um, I reverse the polarity of what I put out.
Have you tried that? Did you try it downstairs?
No, but yes. See, the thing is, sometimes it doesn't work because it's kind of like a life link onto a body. so it's kind of like hard taking it out.
If you were there, would you be able to?
I could try.
You're trying. Created an army down there.
Yeah,
So
yeah, but like, that was putting out too much energy. Taking in energy, it should be fine. I should be able to do so. Especially if I had the key. If I had the key, I could probably do a little bit better.
right then. Then we continue on. I'll just continue moving forward and just I'm pretty sure I have a hand signal to Bobby that just basically means like HQ in trouble. And I'll just walk at a more brisk pace out of the sewer.
So, kid, what's the thing with the key?
What?
What's the thing with you and the key?
Oh, I was doing a research study, weather in the Arctic, and kind of just found it.
Right, but like, apparently it's like honed in on you.
I don't know how it works. I kind of just found it. I kind of shifted. I think I unlocked something and then I pulled it up, and then that was it. I don't know what happened. Kind of how I found out I had powers.
That's great. Yeah. Does the thing that you does your undoing thing, would that also work with separating you from the key?
Don't know.
And how come weird shit had, like, it's been 5 years since the key got discovered. What's been going on in the 5 years?
I and there's something in his face that kind of fear and confusion. I don't like getting into it.
Okay.
He just keeps walking. So, what do we do now?
We get back to the key.
Back to the key, right. Great, where do you head? Do you head back to your place?
As soon as we get out of the sewer system, I will find the nearest phone booth to do so.
Okay, you're able to do so, and as you get out, what was once quiet is now a panic. You look as you think you would have heard the zombies by now, but that's not what you hear. You see a scene of four colorful individuals fly off in the opposite direction, following a red light, and something clashing against each other back and forth, and then collapsing down on the other side of town. After that, you do see like a parade of individuals kind of shuffling down Main Street, but they're not coming towards where you are.
There's not much of a city to save anymore, huh?
And with that, we're just going to take a 5-minute break. We'll be back. me see. Last we heard Gray say not much of a world to save. Um, Coming up to the phone booth, I do need from you, Gray, a let me see. Give me a larceny and intellect roll, difficulty of 2, no complication.
Larceny and intellect, got it. Ooh, I don't know why my dice was. Larceny. Oh, perfect. Um. Uh. Does it feel like something I should use my momentum? I don't know if this is metagaming at all, but does this feel like I should be
No, if you miss this, this is not going to be the end of the world.
perfect? Yeah, I incredibly missed it. I rolled 5 1s. That's it. Yep.
Wow. You know what? I instead of the one thing I was going to give you, I'll just give you something else. Um, y- y- Unfortunately, the reason why you couldn't see the other thing is because out of the corner of your eye, you're just seeing a couple just having an argument, just going, and just okay, remind me again. Okay, you told me that your mother was an heiress. Yeah, yeah, no, she isn't. She was an heiress. She was part of the oligarchy in Prussia. And no, 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 no. Okay, if she had that much money, why was she buried in where they put the regular people in the catacombs? Now that I think about it, Johnny, is there something you need to tell me? I just okay. You told me your parents were dead and they were loaded. Okay, I was thinking no mother-in-law I had to deal with, and I was going to be rich. Well, I do well for myself. By how much? I, I make it easy, like $10 an hour. But what about my furs, Johnny? They're not real furs. They're kind of alpaca, fake alpaca. I can't do this. I can't do this, John. She drops the furs, and you watch as she just marches through with the zombies. You thinking, ma'am, you don't want to go over there, but the zombies see her expression, and they part like the Red Sea,
Yeah,
and
fair
she's
enough.
just gone. Johnny chases after her. Wait, listen, I can. And the zombies kind of close in on him.
Done goofed, Johnny. You done goofed.
But what are you looking for, Gray?
I think wherever abouts the area of the what's his face, um, this part of the city that we're in, I will
Mhm.
find a phone booth that will lead back into the network.
Easy enough to do that. You find it. You do see that the phone is broken inside the booth, though.
The phone completely is broken. What about the switch behind it?
The switch is working. You do get a small little zap, but it does work.
All right. Um, let's pile in. It should fit most of us. Kind of look over, and I will motion. I'll just like look at Bobby and just be like, "You take the second one."
All right.
Uh, the kid is like looking between two of you. But do I go with you or
Yep, just come in, and I'll just have the two of them come in.
uh, the kid can fit? Um, it's going to be a tight squeeze with Ray. And in fact, Ray has kind of almost uh it's hard for him to clamp down and get in. It might be an almost impossible fit.
Hmm.
Bob Joe would give a little push to make it help work.
Uh, uh, it's a little bit more tighter. It doesn't really help as much.
Right. Yep. I shouldn't have chose this body for this one. All right, everybody out.
Uh,
And I'll just be like, all right, Robbie, gonna have to be separated with Ray for a little bit.
he kind of looks at Ray. Okay. He,
And I'll, I'll kind of, I'll bite the bullet in the sense that I will shove Ray in first and go down the chute with Ray.
which is not a problem. Bobby, as Ray goes into this thing, you watch as in slow motion his head kind of snaps to you, those eyes peering into yours, and doesn't break eye contact whatsoever. And then it keeps going even as they go down the chute.
Robbie,
Hmm?
why Ray got a staring problem? He's giving me that look.
I mean, he kind of just gives everyone that look.
I've seen him before. He didn't quite have that same look before he got shot up.
I mean, what kind of look would you want to have after going through something traumatic?
That's the look of a man that probably wants to be done with this. You ever thought he maybe had found peace wherever he went?
Give me an integrity and cunning.
Oh,
Difficulty of 2.
all right. I'm gonna go ahead and we're at like 7 momentum now, 6 momentum or something like that.
6, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a momentum on this one. All right. Good thing I spent that momentum. That is 2 successes.
Um, it almost unnerves you at this moment when you see the expression on um his face as you say this. It's the expression, and it's quick too. It doesn't stay there for too long. It's the expression you have given folks, um, that intimidating look, but instead of yours being full of passion, there's a coldness there that lasts for about 2 seconds, if that long, and it goes back to him being his timid self. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
You and Ray gonna have a serious heart to heart on this one. Figure this shit out, cause there's implications here.
Um, doesn't say anything. Um, does the great. Does the telephone uh booth, does the platform come back up waiting for the other two, or do you just come back with
Oh
to
yeah, it
collect?
just comes back up. After I exit out with the Ray. No, it'll just come back up for them.
Once it comes back up, the doors open up and Robbie gets in, no problems, and waits for you.
Yeah, probably just gonna get in. He's gonna like look around.
Doesn't see anything. You do, however, see again some colorful lights bouncing back off of each other, bunch of explosions. They go through a building, but you don't know what that's all about.
Lovely. All right.
And you go down. You all are able to make it down safely, no problems. There is one thing. The rats, they've stopped squeaking. That's it.
Knowing that there was problems with Robbie and the key before, as soon as they get down, and even though the key's like a little further away, as soon as they get down, is it possible for me to just kind of keep an eye on that chute
Yes.
and see if there's any problems that are happening?
He gets down and there's no problems. There's nothing that flares up when he gets here.
Okay. Do you want to go, or do you, and tell the you know who, that we have both of them? Or do you want me to do it?
Yeah, I'll go talk to him. You good here though? You got this?
There's enough rooms. I'm
All
sure
right.
it should be fine.
Bob Joe's gonna go find our little alien friend.
Okay. You go up to shoot. We watch Bobby shoot upward, and we pan over to Gray and the other two Guthrie brothers following down behind them.
Right. I'd say make yourselves at home, but I don't think you'll stay for very long. The last time you were close to the key, Robbie, all of this happened. So I want to ask if being close to the key, you are going to be able to try to take that life energy back, like you said.
Yeah, I should be able to without a problem.
Have you done it before?
No, but it's it's kind of like the key is able to. It's like having a textbook in your head when I'm around it.
Right. Then if that is the case, I need you to take the life away from everybody, from all of the dead that are rampaging up in the city. You can keep Ray the way he is, but there's very obvious differences between Ray and all the other ones, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, I'll take you to the key, but at, at the first sign of trouble, we're separating the two of you.
Got it.
And then I will take him to the storage room there where I kept the key.
Um, we get a shot of Robbie and the key, yourself and Ray. The camera pans away as Robbie reaches for the key. The last shot we do see is Ray's face as an expression, smile curls on the side. We cut over to Bobby, who is going over to Martin, or where you last saw Martin. The kids aren't here. You don't know where they are, but you do see Martin kind of cranking through here, um, looking like himself. Random mechanic coming through here.
Martin.
Bobby, look at you. Good news. Tell me.
So we found the kid. We found the key.
Mm-hmm.
We found the kid's dead brother who's now walking around. and mean mugging. So yeah, we. So it's like, if the you said like bad shit happens if the kid gets separated from the key around the
Uh-huh.
kid. Does it also fuck up the key?
Wait, if you separate the two?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're connected. That's why I told you. That's why I gave you the
So
advice to put it on the kid. You put it on the
so
kid, right?
well that we're working on that part. So we're gonna put so you're gonna take the kid and the key, right?
No, like you put the device on the kid. It said we don't need to take the kid. I just need the key back if you put the device on the kid.
So I have the device, or did you give it to Gray?
I, were you two not together?
Well, we were. I don't know what I put. He's gonna pat himself down looking for the device.
Uh, you realize that you've been holding on to it the whole time?
All right, so I put this thing on the kid, and it neutralizes the kid.
Yes, it neutralizes the kid. He wears it. The stuff should fade off of him. Teleric energy, none of the little crazy after effects. Everything should go back to normal.
What if the kid takes it off?
It doesn't matter how long he has it on it. It's to dampen things. It will dampen long enough to be separated and no problems.
All right, all right.
There seems to be like a but here.
So
Uh-huh.
put it on the kid.
Yes.
Bring the thing here.
Yes.
You take the thing away.
Yes.
What else happens?
Nothing happens. It should separate the two. Wait a minute. Something tells me. What did you do?
We may have the kid may be on the way back to the key.
Oh
He
no no no.
said he could stop the zombies if he got to the key.
That's do you give let me ask you. You know what a ray gun is, right?
No.
No. Okay. You know what a cannon is, right?
Yes.
Do you give that to kids?
No, they don't. Those are only like pirates aren't a thing anymore. Like
Oh my
cannons
goodness.
are like that they're in museums. The kids
This
go
is
see them all the time.
this is why I don't deal with lower life forms. Okay. Weapons of destruction. Do you give them to the children?
You, the person who gave a bunch of kids superpowers.
They're fine. That's not weaponry. That's more like costume. As you see, five more lights fly through the air, bouncing back and forth, and just slamming down to the ground, and you see explosions, colorful explosions.
That's them being fine.
They're playing. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is you got to separate the two. So you put it on the thing so that kid doesn't. It's not the key that's the problem. It's the kid. The kid is the problem.
All right.
Caloric energy after a while, like that key unlocks something in folks. When it unlocks. How should I put? What did it say? Power corrupts.
Just give me a second. He's gonna pick up the his watch and communicate over to Gray. Hey, change of plans. Let's get the kid to go see because the kid said he wanted to see his mom with Roy.
Yeah.
Static.
Oh, nothing.
Uh, you were about to say something great. You do hear yeah, but they're static afterwards as you let out that yeah.
Yeah, yeah. if you can hear me, do that instead of the other thing. Like, they can handle that part first before he does the thing, because it could make things messy.
Um,
What part of all of it did I hear?
don't let, and that's about it. But while he's saying that, the kid is already touching the device.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull him away from it, or try to.
Uh, Simple enough. You pull him away, no problem. He just goes, something wrong?
There's a little bit more preparation that needs to be done. I need to communicate with a couple of people. Could we curtail this a little bit? Just
Uh,
pause it. Just a bit.
yeah, no
He's not
problem.
going anywhere. What do
Right.
you like to drink?
Not really big on drinking.
Water, apple juice, orange juice, milk?
Milk. I like milk.
Yeah. Down the hallway. Well, let's I'll take you to the kitchen and get you a good glass of milk.
Oh, cool. Um, and as you hear some "oh cool," um, "oh cool" is not a phrase you hear at this in this time period. Not in this way. Um, this kid is starting to look like static himself, not like a station, not on the right channel. Although you wouldn't know that in this time period of what that could be. The best way to be putting it for you would be like a radio station that's not in the correct place as you hear him talk. Um, and as he gets down to the hallway, he disappears.
I'll just get to the try to message over the pocket watch again.
Um, you're able to get him loud and clear.
Bobby,
Yeah.
you ever think that we should just not do this job?
Frequently.
Well,
I could get us a lot of work in Tijuana. We can just go.
something tells me this isn't going to right itself. The kid's gone. I don't know where he went.
What about Roy?
What about
Ray.
Roy? I turned back in. What about Ray? I turned back into the room.
You turn back to Ray and you look. Ray stretching. You hear bones snapping back into place. Um, Weirdly enough, it looks like there's more life in Ray.
Right, Ray doesn't look dead anymore. Well, he still does. It's just motions-wise.
Okay. Well, I guess stick around Ray, because the kid was into Ray, bringing kid back to see his mom. And we'll go do that, and then we'll figure this out. Okay?
Where is Ray's mom, though?
I don't know. I mean, he's got a house, right? Right. I mean, they're brothers, right?
Do I know anything about the mayor's wife? at all?
You do. Um, you know the mayor. It's the kind of old money secretive. The mother side more than Robbie's father. They kind of anything they don't want to talk about, they won't talk about. No one has seen the wife in about 3 months, 3 or 4 months. Rumor has it she kind of has a bit of a drinking problem, but I mean, no one has seen the woman in 3 or 4 months, so who can confirm? Maybe she's somewhere. Maybe she's getting that checked out. But yeah, I haven't heard anything about her. You just see the mayor, and he hasn't been beside her in a while.
Okay. Yeah, Bobby, just get back here. We'll figure out what we need to do.
All right, all right. So Martin, I'm gonna go. We'll sort this out. I'll be back with the thing, and things will be good then. Okay? Yeah. Yeah.
All right, it's fine. I'll let you handle it. It's almost complete. Like I'm almost done. Just need one part. I need a carburetor. Really enough.
Okay.
Yeah. So you go do whichever you got to go do.
All right.
I think your camera's frozen. Oh my.
Uh,
Crows.
Oh,
Oh, never mind.
there you go.
There we go.
So yeah, we'll Bobby will
Oh.
head back and meet up and see what we can do. All right. All right. I think we're back.
we're back.
Hope
Okay,
so.
cool. Well, a lot of things happen. I was about to tell a secret, but apparently the gremlins in the technology was just like, I don't want you to tell that. So I guess I'm not gonna have to get into that as of right now. So we'll get back to Gray. Gray.
Right before I cut the line with Bobby, I'll just be mention.
By the way, check the other zombies, the living dead and whatnot. Tell me if they're any different.
And then I will shut off the communications.
You shut up communications. Ray kind of shifts. Um, Moves past you, goes to your kitchen, grabs a beer, sits down, takes a big swig.
Right.
Looks kind of confused. Still dead, but more alive than dead.
Are you able to talk now?
Oh, oh. and he just coughs up essentially every chemical and everything that's been pumped into him to keep him at least looking not to rot it out and stuff like that. You see him cough all that up, kind of shifts around. There's a gravitas voice. I think I can manage. Oh, no, don't like that feeling at all. Okay. Yeah, I can talk.
Okay then. Any idea where your brother might have left to?
Ah, I had probably back to our place.
Okay.
Oh,
Your dad's or your mom's?
oh, technically his mom's place. Dad is he just rides the Wilford coattails.
Okay. My partner is going to get here soon. And when he does, if you could very so kindly take us there.
Wait a minute, your partner in I don't remember. You're with that Joey, Bobby. What is his name? Bobby Joey or something?
Yes?
Fuck that guy.
What did he do?
What did his crime family do?
Well, he's turned over a new leaf, mostly.
Please. Has he turned in his family?
Has he? I don't remember. I don't.
I
Yeah.
believe so.
What about that mother of his?
We don't really talk about stuff like that.
She was the one who put me in a box. And we cut over to Bobby Joey. Bobby Joey, you look for the zombies. You don't see zombies.
All right. So yeah, no zombies. That's a good sign.
You keep looking. Everything looks back to normal. There's no problems whatsoever.
All right. So, other than are the kids still flying around playing superhero?
Yeah, you can still see them. They're not. They seem to kind of like a grasp of their powers. They're not doing as much destructiveness as they were before. It's they're keeping it up to the air. They might. You see someone stop for a moment. You hear something like "time out, time out, time out," and then whatever happens, they restart and they go back and forth, back and forth. But other than that, nothing too crazy.
All right. I guess that worked.
There's a stillness though that is unnerving for the city. But you do see life. You do see people walking to and from, um, people gathering. You see cars driving past, not too close to where the junkyard is, but um, over towards where the main road is, where High Street is. But no confusion, especially not from like a zombie invasion.
All right. Well, we got that going for us. So he's gonna head back to the HQ and
You, which HQ?
the the network.
Ah, the network. Okay. Um, you head to the network. Um, it's weird. So you can tell. So it's like the phone booth has been moved over 2 inches, but you're able to use it.
Okay.
You go downstairs. You go inside. You see Gray. You see Ray. Ray looks at you, Bobby.
Right. All right.
Interesting little he
So,
talks
so,
now.
where'd Robbie go?
Well, all we could say is potentially he's back at their place.
What,
At
did
least
he
that's
just
what Ray says.
disappear?
Exactly. Not like my kind of disappear either. It was very, very apparent that he just phased out of the place.
Looks
You know when
routine.
your ham radio is in between channels? That's what he sounded like and looked like too.
Ray, is that something he can normally do, or is this a new thing?
You think I know everything that goes on with this? You think I understand how this works?
I have. You knew him a lot longer than I did. I met him like 3 days ago.
Just lets out a groan. No, I don't know how any of this works. I don't know what's normal.
Okay. So, we. I mean, yeah. I guess we go back to did he like tell you why he brought you back? He wanted you to talk to his mom or something.
You think I again, it's kind of
I don't know how this works either. I don't know. You are talking now. I don't know if you were paying it, if you retained the information from when we came here.
I don't know. I was kind of dead. So forgive me for not having the knowledge to answer your question as
He
to
did
why my
mention
brother did what he did.
All
he
right.
did
Well,
mention one thing that he said your mom, your mother put him in the box.
huh? Wait, what?
Your mother. She put me in a box. I took a slug from your mother.
What's that got to do with me?
Like I said, he's turned over a new leaf.
Yeah. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree from the last time I heard.
She's got better aim or repair now because I got one in the back of the knee from her. So I don't know. She got better aim. What?
This particular apple falls a little bit further out since I'm pretty sure I've never seen him use a gun in the first place. Anyways, conversation aside, let's get going. We have, hopefully we still have a city to save.
Um, I need you both to check something for me. I don't know how this would work. Um, give me just a composure or intellect, whichever one is higher, difficulty of 2. No complications. As the music that would have normally been the soundtrack is staticky.
I just met 2.
Perfect.
I did not.
Gray. It comes at you. Which one did you use? Did you use intellect or did you use composure?
I use
Composure. You steel yourself as you realize there's nothing coming from the key. Even now that Ray's gone, there's usually that thing that happens where the after image of you walking near it happens, and that's not happening. The thing you realize, something off. You don't feel like you. And then you reach out for it. that energy that you pull from to do what you normally do is gone.
I. Bobby, do you feel it?
I feel what?
The telluric energy. It's gone from the key, it's gone from here.
I mean, it's gone from
Bobby, you normally don't think about it. It's normally not a thing that you think about. You just punch through it, use it to punch, use it to you scare people. But you've always been stronger, kind of faster. You can beat a guy's head in. Power's no power. So it doesn't come to you quickly until Grace says it. And now that you think about it, oh yeah, that's new.
all right. So we gotta. I guess we gotta go find the kid.
Oh, yeah, we do. We definitely do.
Do you guys go back upstairs?
Yeah, I'll try to.
You go back upstairs. You still have your network, but as you come upstairs, um, Bobby, you didn't notice it at first, but now that you look around, there is something off about the city. And you look and you see the sign. It doesn't say, and let me see, let me grab it. You don't see the Metro Union sign that you would normally see.
Is the sign just not there, or does the sign say something else?
The sign is gone. Um, and even looking out, you notice that everyone is kind of single file. There's no craziness happen. It's just all normal.
This is too normal.
Yeah, a little bit too normal for sure.
You see a few people walking past you. A couple, newspaper out talking. Oh, long day at work. Yeah, the worst. You see a newspaper, and it doesn't say the Metro Hour. It says the Concord, and the Metro Hour was usually the newspaper that you would get.
How
I'm gonna
how are
swipe the
they dressed?
newspaper while they walk by.
Dress usually, just not as colorful.
I'm gonna swipe the newspaper as they walk by.
Uh, you don't even have to roll for it. You swipe that newspaper. You read through here. There's no mention of Metro Union anywhere. But you do see Concord City.
Okay. Um, any articles or anything that might pop out? Talking about
You
local figures, restaurant openings, anything that might give any clues.
And then
um
I'll also look over to see if the date is the date.
Same date, 1945. But there is one interesting thing. The announcement of um a Kathy Costello getting married to a Robbie Guthrie. Um, Talking about the new um a new star is born, and you see a smiling Robbie with a kitty on his arm.
That
There's a lot more going on then.
a lot has changed. We need to
Ray?
get to Robbie as soon as possible.
Ray?
You turn around, Ray's gone.
Oh, motherfucker.
You do see, however, uh, one of the kids run past you. Not one of the super proud ones, just one of the ones that did have one of the items they're playing with, but you've had normal conversations with him before.
Hey, how's it going? What's going on?
Kind of looks you up and down. Nothing's happening, mister.
Oh, this is worse than I thought.
Okay.
Indeed.
I will see you all. I kind of looks at you. Do I know you? You look familiar.
Yeah, well, I guess not. Because, yeah, hey, this, kind of points to what's the, do you know anything about this wedding?
Oh, wedding? Oh, yeah. It's happening tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
Everyone's talking about it.
Alright, where at?
I think it's gonna be at the got the puppy club, something like that. The reception there. The wedding, I don't know. I don't know anything about all that, mister. But the lady's nice.
What kind of fucked up world did he create? He
All right.
says this in front of the kid.
And as you see this, you see you recognize the mother. She just comes up, grabs his ears. Okay, we're leaving. Language. As she just takes off. Doesn't even clock you or recognize you at all.
Okay. So we have a place to go.
We do.
We're
We
just gonna have
just-
to figure it out.
And then we'd
Piece
slap
by
the thing
piece.
on the kid, and I guess things go back to normal.
Maybe.
All right.
Okay.
It's worth a try.
With that, the camera pans away from you two as the city, now Concord City, a big sign outside, pans out of this new city that is less than adventurous and magical and special than before. But we do get an extra scene though. We see our kids going back and forth. Um, four colored individuals sit there flying, capes flying in the wind. One stands there, dressed in red. But you were the chosen one, Power Man. Why did you betray us? Because the power was so inviting there, Master Fantastic. But why? Why would you betray us? Because the power, it calls to me. And as they're about to clash, you just hear, Johnny, dinner time. Okay. Guys, we gotta stop playing. Aw, okay. And you watch as they land back down, almost like a bubble pops, they go back to normal. Okay, that was fun. We'll see you later, Johnny. Okay, bye. And we see this uh kid with a red ring on kind of skip away. We see the individual again who gave him the ring. How was the power, kid? Oh, it was all right. I just, red's not my color. Let's change back. But the power. But the color. But the power. I like green better. I'm disappointed. Yeah, I'm disappointed in the color too. And he just holds the ring up. Did you at least commit any crimes? I stole a bubble gum. Okay, good. I'll take it. Um, and they switch back rings. I will get you one of these days. Okay, mister, you're kind of weird. And he just kind of runs off. Um, we see a face, an older looking individual. Robbie, what are you doing? Oh, nothing. Just playing with the local kids. Kitty comes out. Oh, okay. All right. We got a wedding to plan? Right. Okay, come on, let's go. And that is where we end tonight's episode of Trinity Continuum Adventure Rumble. This has been fun with a lot of technical difficulties. So sorry about that. But thank you for hanging out with us. I am going to have a sign off individually, starting with Michael. Michael, tell them who you play, where they can find you at, all that good jumbly stuff.
I am Michael, he, they. I played Gray today, and you could find me at Astros VTuber on Twitch, streaming, as well as here on Onyx Path every other Thursdays. I was here yesterday, so that means it'll be 2 weeks from now, essentially. Playing here, running Trinity Continuum Anima, Masks in the Mirror. And yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Let me get Zach.
Hello, I'm Zachary Nalter. He, him. I can be found. If you are in the 413 area code, if you go to a random tattoo studio, I actually might show up there on a Saturday, just at random. If you want to find me online, there's the Onyx Path Discord. I have a website, zachrules.com, kind of spelled like my name and the app below here. I can be found on several social media places that I don't frequent at Zach Rules. If you find Zach Ruiz, he got there first. No shade on him. Try Zach Rules Dice. And if that still doesn't work, I don't use that one. I don't really use him anyways, but I just, claimed the name. Otherwise, you can find me at Mondays here, playing Scion.
Awesome. Also, you can find me here on Mondays, also playing Scion. Um, we'll be back again, same time, hopefully with everyone here, and hopefully exploring this weird, timey-wimey, wobbly, gumbly junk of stuff that has happened um, with Teloric Energy. Also, if you want to play more weird stuff, sign up to be notified when Chorus Born goes live on Kickstarter. It looks amazing, dramatic. There's a whole bunch of other words I would love to describe for it. That is amazing. You just got to check it out. Also, follow all of our other social medias that we have posted in the doobly doos. Also, shout out to Maniacal Nicole for that raid. We love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for watching us. I've been Crow, your storyteller. You can find me on BSlateTV and also doing a bunch of weird stuff here on the Onyx Path channel. So, with that, I'm going to bid you all a good do. Goodbye, y'all. Goodbye. Peace out.